We are live. Hello and welcome everyone to Anfield Road TV. And yes, again, Liverpool, top of the summer, top of the Premier League, with an emphatic, huge victory against Manchester City 2-0. Chat, how are we? Kev, how are we? An absolutely phenomenal game of football. Couldn't have got any better, really, could it, mate?
Oh, brilliant, dude. Jesus, a result against Man. Double over him. It's the first time you've done a double over him in 10 years.
Yeah.
So that'll just tell you, so home and away, because I mean, if we haven't beaten him away from home since 2015 in that 4-1, wasn't it? When Bobby Firmino got his first goal for Liverpool. I think that's the, I didn't even think of that. The whole time down through the years, like that we haven't won at the Etihad in that long. And I remember around that time we were winning a lot of games at the Etihad, down through the years there. But 2015 till now, that's nuts.
It's not been too bad, I tell you. Sadly, we'll go through a couple of statistics tonight. He's just breaking absolutely so many this year, mate, isn't it? We're on for an absolute all-timer season, really. Chat, if you are watching on TikTok, head over to the YouTube as well, Anfield Road TV as well. You're absolute legends. So anyone watching over there, do get your comments in as well. Obviously, we're live on TikTok tonight, chat. So, yeah, obviously, we are mainstreaming on YouTube, but head over to YouTube, give us a subscribe over there. But yeah, an unprecedented performance that very much encapsulated everything so good about Liverpool this season, Kev. It was we all wanted to come to the Etihad tonight and put in a performance, and we certainly did get that, mate. It was very much a case of, like we have done on many of occasions this season. It's not like Klopp, where we know how Arne Slot likes someone. He's only been here 5-6 months at Liverpool, and he's not interested in basketball games. He's more about the more controlling games of football. We soaked up a lot of the pressure in that second half, but for large spells in that second half, mate, we didn't really look at all phased.
No. Look, we came with a game plan, and I think Slot kind of knew that City were going to try and control the game. They were going to step up because it was Liverpool. And the one thing that I was delighted to see today, and I don't care what anybody says about the defensive mindedness, but how solid each of our lines were in front of that City attack. It became so predictable throughout the game, like so predictable that you could tell the next thing that they were going to do every single time, because Liverpool forced them to go that certain avenue, So it's nuts to think that even though Doku was getting a lot of, I'll get into that with Trent in a minute, but Doku was getting a lot of joy down at our right hand side at certain points in the game.
Everyone would have had compilations, your rival fans, but it's part and parcel of being a winger. You need to beat your man. It's not new that we see a winger in the modern era beat a fullback like Trent, Rhys James, the Wan-Bissakas. Fullbacks do get beat. Like, it's part and parcel of being a winger, mate, isn't it? Vinny Jr., one of the best in the business, has been for many of his seasons, mate. Let's get to a couple of live comments on YouTube as well, but obviously we are streaming on TikTok tonight, so yeah. Do get your comments in, chat. I do apologise if I don't see all of them, because you're absolutely smashing it so far. Give us a follow as well. Big up there, Mick Manan. You're absolute legend, mate. Mick, I know you would have enjoyed that, bud, anyway. Just a couple of performances. Jay, best away performance for a while as well. Jay Househall, 100%, mate. We'll speak about that tonight on the show. And big up there on the Cop-Eye podcast as well. Everyone, if you are watching on across all social media platforms, make sure you head over and drop a subscribe to the Cop-Eye podcast as well. Mick and Christian, and he's had many other guests this season as well, and the guests are getting bigger every single episode. But Mick, keep on at it, mate. You're absolutely smashing it, and hopefully we'll see you very soon, bud. But pick up their chat as well. It's abs. How are we, lads, in the TikTok? Cheer up, bro. I'm buzzing, mate. I tell you, go and watch the watch along that I done tonight. I well and truly enjoyed that, mate. Kev, I think obviously the first half, really, it was a superb display, really, to say the least. I think the manner when you come into games of this magnitude, you need to very much present yourself in the best possible outcome, really. And we know everyone, the rival fans will be going, oh, City, and even City fans going, oh yeah, we're not the best. But I think regardless of whatever team you are coming up against, City, they're having a very much a similar season where Liverpool did have a couple of years ago, where we had no fit centre halves, we was decimated by injuries as well. But yeah, they'll be back again, Kev, won't they? But and Chas, it's going to be a case of maybe next season they'll spend another 200 million. They'll buy their way out of trouble, as you always do in that regard. But fingers with City, they spend the money on the right players and they bring in the quality that is very much needed to compete for title season after season, mate. But how do you anticipate, or how did you? Let us know what your thoughts on the start from Liverpool, because they couldn't have got any better, could they? With obviously the goal, nice early goal to settle us into the game and very much grabbed a lot more control within the game. Even though I say control, but I mean control when we had the ball. Manchester City has always dominated the ball at the Etihad. You knew what you're going to do. It was a very different game. Allow them to have the ball and look to very much transition really well at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah. Look, it's for me the most influential player that was involved today was Szoboszlai. I thought he was outstanding, to be honest with you. I thought he got man of the match for me. I know Salah was great and he was pretty much unplayable today. But my favourite player on the pitch today was Szoboszlai. I just thought his work rate was phenomenal. Yeah. I thought his league up play was phenomenal. I thought him getting into positions to help Gravenberch was brilliant. McAllister always scores through games, without even batting an eyelid, really, so it's kind of common to see him doing that. But yeah, no, Szoboszlai for me. Gravenberch as well, there was points in the game where Gravenberch was telling Ibu to sit, don't worry, I've got this, and just not giving any. It's a lot less threatening to Ibu to not just have to depend on Trent in the right back to kind of come across and cover him. When Gravenberch comes in here and he goes into those positions and he takes up the responsibility, he just eases the pressure off of Trent and Ibu something fierce. And these triangle defensive areas were phenomenal. That first half, we just did what we had to do. I mean, we scored 2 goals pretty much quickly, one after the other. And again, another week where Szoboszlai is assistant Salah and Salah's assistant Szoboszlai. It's starting to become a trend now, and it's a trend I'm enjoying, which is great.
He started to chip in with goals as well. So, chat, if you are watching on TikTok, head over to obviously the YouTube Anfield Road TV as well. Got many of the subscribers over there, and yeah,
and you won't be able to see me because I don't think I'm on TikTok. But you know, it's just your camera, is it?
Just me talking to everyone in the comments anyway. But hopefully we'll get that sorted anyway. But chat, let us know your thoughts if you did watch the game, and anyone watching on TikTok or anyone watching across YouTube as well. Do get your comments in tonight. We'll try and rattle through quite a fair bit of them anyway tonight. Let's get to a couple of the YouTube comments as well. Absolutely smashing it at the minute. So nice one for tuning in, everyone. Big up there. Callum saying Pepper's done the double. Pepper has never done the double over Liverpool in 8 seasons. Took us 6 months to do it over at Manchester City as well. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Right, there we go. So that was a. Oh yeah, I've only just seen your comment in the private chat there. Doug, how are we? What a day and what a weekend as well. Phenomenal weekend, mate, for obviously the Arsenal results as well, and of course, but most importantly, Liverpool winning games of football makes life so much more easier in terms of our aspirations this season, in terms of Liverpool wanting obviously 11 points clear now at the summit of the Premier League, and it can't get any better. Well, it can do in a couple of weeks, because as we spoke about last night on the show, fully anticipate Arsenal to very much drop points. Obviously, got Newcastle coming up, got Forest, obviously their next game. Yes, Forest did get beat by Newcastle, but they'll be wanting to react very quickly, that Forest side at home against a side in Arsenal that are going into the back end of the game now, Kevin. That's Reds as well. That's the whole notion of very much Liverpool winning games of football tonight, as we did. It was that case of putting that pressure on Arsenal now. Obviously, we're 11 points clear, but it's just that added motivation really for this Liverpool side. Most importantly, we've seen how poorly Arsenal did react yesterday to when the pressure was on them, similar to the 2 years prior to that Arsenal side. Yes, they're a very young side, that Arsenal team. You've still got a lot of maturing to do, a lot of quality really to bring through as well. But it's I just love the fact that Liverpool turned up to the Etihad, mate, and very much just done one over Man City.
Yeah, pretty much.
Such a difficult ground to go to, mate. It is.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is. You know, as much as we mock it by being the empty head and because it's never really full, and they try to mask over that with different takes of flags and whatever they want to fill the stadium with, it doesn't fool fans, you know. But in saying that, it's a tough and difficult place to go to. Look, Arsenal, they're going to come down, and their biggest excuse this season is the injuries, you know. And yeah, losing Saka was a big one for them. But I mean, at the same time as we played them earlier on the season, Jack, we actually had more injuries in that game than they did going into it. But it was all about Arsenal having injuries. So, so I understand when a team has injuries, there's nobody more than us the year after we won the league and having to go through that drivel that was losing our midfield, losing our defence, our midfield having to move into our defence to be able to be able to cover all the lads, and then still manage to end up getting third in the league. You know, considering what a poor season we, you know, there's numerous takes you can take in it. Look, Arsenal have done well so far, but Arsenal are their own worst enemies. They build themselves and hype themselves up so much, but they never back it up.
But they haven't got enough. They haven't got enough leaders, and quickly to Adam's comment there as well. Easy one, Adam. I'll pose that back to you, bud. Who's your man of the match? Mohamed Salah again. We'll get to the man of the match. Shaki, we'll get your man of the match, or just your general thoughts on the game. Anyone on TikTok, anyone on YouTube as well. Do keep on getting your comments in. We'll try and get through as many as we possibly can tonight. Busy show indeed. Didn't even see me.
You put one camera in front of the other camera. You say you sacrificing YouTube for TikTok, lads. No, my man of the match today was Szoboszlai anyway. I think I'm just giving it to him because Salah can get it any day of the week that he wants, and Szoboszlai was just so good today that I think he deserved it. So
yeah, Szoboszlai, I think we are seeing very much Liverpool the massive beneficiaries in terms of the playing in which we did bring him from the Bundesliga. Obviously, RB Leipzig, he was pulling up trees over there. Obviously, bought him for a good sizable buyout. But I think the one critique about every Liverpool fan coming into the season, I think the main two players really were Lucho Diaz, for me personally, and Dominic Szoboszlai. I think for the players, the ability that they do possess. Diaz started this year, or the start of the season, really well. Obviously, he's had a difficult mid-season, to say the least. But I think as the back end of the season, he's really kicked on over the last couple of weeks. And the main thing that what I loved about the fact that everyone on the comment section tonight was like, why is Diaz starting? But I told everyone, probably similar of you or anyone watching, it was just that intensity really off the ball. And Luis Diaz, what he does provide this Liverpool team in terms of pressing from the front, really, of course. And obviously Curtis Jones coming into an environment and a team really that people have been questioning Curtis Jones over the last couple of seasons. I understand where everyone is in regards to Jones. I love him as a player. I think the most important thing for Curtis Jones is now he has got a manager. He's already been on record this season, Curtis, about him having a manager that knows how to get the best qualities, most importantly, out of him, really. So it's looking good, obviously, in terms of Liverpool's starting the team anyway. Alisson, Trent, Canate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Szoboszlai, Jones, and obviously Lucho Diaz. Curtis and Jones. Curtis, that's the same player. Jones and Szoboszlai. They were very much interchanging fluidity down that left and through the middle as well. The two best number sixes in world football at this moment in time. The complement each other's game twofold, really. Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister as well. Chat, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts if you are watching on TikTok as well. But yeah, thoughts on in terms of obviously we'll speak about we'll quickly go through the first goal, Kev. What were your thoughts on that goal, really? In terms of obviously such a good move, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. So I was just reading Ozan's comment there about Curtis and Jones and calling me the MMA coach again. But
it is midnight games on, so
it is. So look, they said even after the game, Szoboszlai, that they worked on the routine But Salah actually joked about it and says it wasn't actually meant to go in that position. It was meant to come further over to him to shoot. But because he played it so short that I think Rico Lewis just couldn't get his foot to it at the last second. And it just felt lovely for Salah to shoot. That Salah had to actually run more to it to get to the ball to score. But look, it's well worked. Well worked. They only worked on it the day before. So
we've only scored three set pieces this season. In the Premier League, Liverpool, which is mad. We're not full on Arsenal with their Stoke City tactics, really.
Yeah.
They are part and parcel of the game, really. But what I didn't like, I don't know if you twigged it at half time and shout anyone, the fact that they're trying to glorify Arsenal as like the team that's invented set pieces. Less
I
of that.
don't understand.
Like,
it's
been
the
around
same.
It's been around for 130 years. Football. Arsenal weren't the architects of set pieces. Teams were doing set pieces even before Arteta even but Sky were just showing them, getting me wrong, that the highest set piece goal scorers this season, but none of this camera nonsense on the touchline. Like, focus on the players on the pitch and the manager and the dugout. And
wasn't Stoke the most goals from throw-ins when they had the lap in the team or something like that? You know, there's stupid stats that have no place. I get the set pieces and all that, but I mean, are they also the most non-conceded set pieces of all season?
Yes.
At the same time, are they? Does it balance itself out? Does it mean anything? And also, anybody who says that they invented set pieces, you can just go back to the days of, you know, the Wimbledon lads and the early Liverpool days and stuff like that did similar stuff down through the years. And also, you could think to yourself, how are they so egotistical or so deludedly unknowledgeable about where set pieces come from that they think like Manchester United fans in a way where they think football only started in 1992 and all stats before that shouldn't exist, but yet they still sing 20 times instead of 13 times because apparently only their trophies before 1992 exist.
Yeah,
it just makes no sense, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, no, but big up their chat as well. Like, I'm guessing there's a couple of non-Liverpool fans as well, so nice one, chat.
Yeah, there'll be a few of them floating around.
The TikTok comments are saying, well done to Liverpool. Because I think the majority of everyone's just sick and tired of Arsenal fans, really.
Can they hear me?
No, I'll get it set up. Chat, if you are wondering who I'm talking to, we are live on YouTube as well. So if you are watching on TikTok and you've got YouTube, head over to the very much the YouTube, YouTube. We'll get Kevin help me anyway, because I think we'll try and get Kev's screen on and guests, really. Yeah. Or maybe Kev might be able to join that in a future live anyway. So
I think I could join in that if you invite me on my phone.
Mr. Away chat.
There's a way to add somebody if you invite me on my phone. I think if I do TikTok live and I join there, I just have not. Whoa! Shut up, slut! Talking to my ear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's I opened up TikTok. Anyway, go on.
I've just invited you. Did you get it?
Have you? Did you?
That chat. This is all new to me anyway. So big up to the TikTok massive.
You've just invited me.
Oh, Daniel. Daniel, nice one, lad. I don't know if that's a compliment, but I've been called worse, so it's fine. Sound lot. Hope you've all had a very good
night. Like Dirk Out. Oh yeah. He's like a cross between Conan O'Brien and Dirk Out, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know if that's a compliment for Kev anyway in itself, but I'll just go with it. I've been called worse, so it's fine. But chat, anyone on TikToks, anyone on YouTube as well, let us know your thoughts on the game. But big up there, Ozan as well. Ozan saying Dominic Szoboszlai was his personal man of the match. He was absolutely everywhere, really, wasn't he, Ozan? It was a phenomenal performance. As Ozan saying there, Robbo had a good game. I think that's probably one of Robbo's best games of the season. I'd say it probably is his best.
No, a lot of people were saying that he wasn't good today.
Like, I think just people just have an agenda about Andy Robbo, which is mad, because it certainly like there's a majority of Reds out there that didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s. Obviously, grew up watching, we all, especially people my age and my generation, very much John Arnorisa as well. He was a phenomenal left back, but nowhere on the level of Andy Robbo. And Andy Robbo and certain other players in this Liverpool team are very much. It's what happens when you put such high levels and high performance levels into performances in the Premier League. You'd expect they're the standard, they're the bearers of that as well. Did you join that, Kev?
I hit a request. Nothing popped up though. You might have to accept the request when I hit a request.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Am I there?
Oh,
Join. I can join. Hello. Does
there
it
we
allow
go.
me to my camera?
There we go. This is
Where are
all.
we, lads?
Oh, this is better. We can actually see the chat better. There we go.
There you are.
So yeah, now you can hear. Do apologise. I should have started that the way it is, but you need to invest in a stand, Kev. That'll be better.
in the stand for my phone. No, I can just set something up in OBS where I can use that camera to send it. I'll find something. I'll do something.
So chat. There we
Let me
go.
turn on my camera.
Sorry, that's who I'm actually talking to. But pick up there, Kev. Oh, bloody hell!
What's up? What's happening?
Thought you had a filter on there, lads.
Nah, no father.
But chat. There's the fella that was talking to anyway.
Well,
Big up there. You've Raj. Hope you've pronounced that right, mates. Apologies if not. Your French, yeah. Yeah, Daniel. He looks like a top player, mate. Musa. I think not a lot of you have seen him in the Bundesliga. Obviously, he's won the Bundesliga Player of the Season. Not Player of the Season, Player of the Month twice already. For that Frankfurt side, I know everyone was speaking. Oh, it's a lot of money for the young Egyptian anyway, but he's been absolutely. He's going to be so good in the Premier League, and I'm gutted really that City have managed to get hold of him, but he's a top quality forward anyway, and everyone might pinpoint the game today, but he didn't have any service at all. Marmoush, obviously, he can take set pieces. Obviously, got a hat trick. It was the week before last as well, so he's a top player, man. That will do really well at City. Probably get on average about 15, 20 goals every year, as long as he gets the right supply line. But yeah, Kev, in terms of obviously the goal, as we spoke about anyway, Chas, obviously a great set piece really from Liverpool. A quick one, as Kev alluded to. Apologies, no one could hear Kev before, but did allude to that. Obviously, the lads have only been training on it a couple of days. Good set piece, but I think it was the quick reaction really from that Liverpool side that was so important. And of course, Liverpool getting the second goal really courtesy of a Dominic Szoboszlai goal on the 37th minute. Kev, it was a very well worked goal. Obviously, Trent with a lovely ball down the right hand channel. And yeah, Salah doing what Salah's done for every single game this season, or for the last 7-8 years, really. And I think even the most biased Premier League fan now, like, I don't get how they. I get obviously everyone tries to compare them with. I don't know. What's that noise? Can you hear that?
Oh, there was something just fell over there, I think. That was. Anyway, my apologies.
Oh, it was like it's happened.
It was. I think it was two battle caps from a while ago.
I was wondering. That second goal, Kev.
They were going slowly down in the line.
Second goal for Dominic Szoboszlai. Obviously, for a great individual goal, really. I think he caught Edison very quickly off his there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, when he caught everybody, he went. The best thing to do is to go to the opposite side of the goal of where you're facing. You'd always catch somebody. Once you can bypass the defenders, it's very hard for the keeper to get down to it. So it's a great finish,
Yeah, big up there, chat. I was on saying he got the wrath of you, Kev. Did you tell him off?
Fedoratus, yeah. He's the Fedoratus fighter. You should see me. You should see my streams every match on TikTok. It's nuts. Yeah, I get some head cases in.
Yeah, big up there. No offense, but Liverpool winning the league just would be because the weakest league. That is Juju. Nice one, mate. But that is never. It's never the weakest.
That is the biggest amount of nonsense I've ever heard in my life.
Please explain your point, because that is a ridiculous.
So hang on a minute. So when City won it the last few years, because the other teams were having poor seasons, that means an asterisk league because it's the poorest for a while. Because Manchester United haven't been involved since 2013. Chelsea haven't been involved in years.
No, just look at the quality in Bournemouth, looking at Newcastle, look at Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Forest. I
was only having a conversation today, Jack, with somebody about the fact that it shouldn't even be the big six anymore, including Manchester United and Spurs and sometimes Chelsea, that they should be kind of removed out of it. Yeah. So and replaced with teams that have just been better than them the last few years. But yeah, it's absolutely nuts. That's the most ridiculous statement I've ever seen in my life. There should be an asterisk.
Yeah, big up there. Yeah, big up there, Chas. Fair points. Well, not fair points. Everyone's entitled to opinion, but I just find that a bit of a mad take. Really, it's like a take you'd see on telly. Really,
the league's the same every season. Yeah. If the league is the same every season, then would anybody watch it?
No. It's still Everton. It's probably a Manchester United fan or an Everton fan. That is very bitter. Like even if City, we've seen City play well. We'd admit it, they played well, and City have won 4 league titles on the bounce. Whatever's happened off the pitch, they still perform to an elite level, an elite standard. If any rival fans have watched this Liverpool side and still think that we don't deserve to win it, you're absolutely mad. Like you don't understand football. I'm sorry. Like at least at least appreciate the quality you're seeing on a week-to-week basis. Quickly get through a couple of the TikTok comments as well. Big up everyone. Head over to the YouTube channel as well. I know a couple of
why can't anybody give credit to the likes of Forest and give credit to the likes of Newcastle and give credit to the likes of all these teams that have improved and making the league better? And just because the same top 6 aren't winning all the games that they used to win every season, apparently the league is worse. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and there's any, as you said there, miss, if you look at Bournemouth, you look at Villa, like you've got to just appreciate them.
Yeah,
like, I'm made up that the couple of the smaller teams, in respect to, because Villa are a big team, and the other lads that are in the top 5 at the minute, but the recognisable teams, to say the least, in the top 4, top 5, I think it's refreshing for the Premier League, and that in itself just goes to show. Just look at the caliber of manager in the Premier League. You've got Areola, you've got Unai Emery at Aston Villa, serial European winner. The quality is really bringing up season upon season after season. You look at Semenyo at Bournemouth, top player. Go through a list. Isaac at Newcastle. List a couple of names off there, Kev, if you want, or chat. Let us know like some of your favourite players in the Premier League. Morgan
Cunha. Did you say Cunha at Wolves?
Cunha at Wolves.
Yeah, they're playing. That's another player that's probably going to be linked to Liverpool next season just for his false 9 play alone.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if we don't go all. You know what's going to happen in the summer if we don't go all in for Isak. The side of our fan base that have only turned up in the last few seasons and play FIFA too much are going to demand that we only get Isak, and anybody else is going to be just a shambles of a signing. Which means that like you could buy somebody like Cunha, bring him into the team, and all of a sudden he's already a loser. Because he comes in according to these people, so you have to watch it. You know, I think Cunha would be a fantastic signing for any team in the league, especially a top 6. Let's say a top. You can't see that there. Okay, top 6 team. So in the league, it's yeah. I look. There's the amount of players that have kind of started to shine, and the fact that they're shining so much is just not being a weekly thing. I mean, at the start of the season. Anthony Robinson was a shining light for Fulham for the most part. Kind of gone off the boil a little bit, but so Fulham. So in a way. So there's other fellas out there. Kirkes is another one that all these same Liverpool fans were shouting for. For me, man, I'm more worried about Kirkes turning into an Alberto Moreno if he came to Liverpool, where he was that kind of playability before we signed him. I think, and all of a sudden we came to Liverpool, it was too much for him.
If Liverpool are to get a left back, it will be the lad at Wolves. It will be Aiton Yuri. I think he's ideal, really, for exactly what Liverpool wants. Kirkes is a good player, mate, but I think what they're demanding, 50-odd million, it's ridiculous for a left back. You can't be paying that much. I think if Wolves do go down, I think obviously Cunha's just signed that new deal. He's got a buyout of like 50 to 60-odd million. I think for the type of quality and the data in regards to obviously Cunha, he's one of the best in world football in terms of what he does. Bit of a false 9, can do absolutely everything as well. Big up there, a couple of comments in the TikTok as well. Big up there, Carl. Robbo is on the decline. I do think we need a new left back, 100% there, mate. I do apologise. I didn't see that a bit earlier, but very much going to the point that we've just mentioned there as well. But big up there, Alex. Anyone in the comments as well? Big up there, Alex. Yeah, I think we'd agree. I think obviously the Liverpool fan base for years has always been split, but if you've been a regular with me over the years, watching me content and that, you know very much I've admired Curtis Jones, but he just hasn't had. Klopp couldn't get the best out of him, really, because the football in which Arne Slot now is playing is very much top. Anyway, in that regard, in terms of what he does possess, in terms of bringing the best qualities out of.
What are we saying, Jack? Top of everything?
Well, a long way to go, mate. I think we last
night. But who finished top of the Champions League?
Yeah, but you still got to win the thing, mate.
Who's top of the league? I know. And we'll win it.
It doesn't matter.
You have to believe. You have to be involved in it, lads, to believe. There is no belief if you're not involved in it. But because you're involved in it, there's belief.
Yeah, you've always got to have belief, of course, but I think Liverpool have set the standard like so high this season, and the standards have slightly dropped in certain games this season. But I think hindsight's a wonderful thing in life, anyway. When you know the results after, like obviously the Villa results, the Everton draws as well. They were good points in when you're actually a couple of weeks fast forward and you're like, oh, sounds like they're really good points because you're going away to Villa Park, going away to Goodison, the last ever derby. They make it extremely difficult, and they will do for the next couple of seasons in their new grounds as well. So, and it was a mad atmosphere. So, fair credit to the Goodison crowd anyway. If you could only keep one, big up there, Carl. For me, oh, that's a good question, that bud. I'd have to say. Oh, it's difficult.
What's the question, Carl? Is it?
Keep one, Salah, Van Dijk, or Trent. If you could keep one, who would it be for you? I'm gonna
keep one.
I'm gonna go Salah, but only because I love Van Dijk. But goals are just so important, and of course, clean sheets. Always a winning defense. Like it goes back to the season which we did win the league a couple of seasons ago when we had the most clean sheets, and well, we done really well when Joe Gomez played that season. And Van Dijk and the lads at the back. But I'd say Salah, mate. I think if Salah stays at this level for the next 2-3 years, but Van Dijk's, both of them are so unique. They're the two best players in their position. Well, two best players in world football at this moment in time. If they stay fit till now the end of the season, they'll be in with shouts with even Salah, Kev, and chat. It's an absolutely unprecedented season he's having this year. The lists are endless. That's the 11th thing. Is the 11th game this season in the Premier League where he's got a goal and assist. That's an absolute joke, mate. Like, he's on course after, well, he's got 11 games left, is it? 11 games in the Prem, chat. And he's already on, 25 goals, 15, 16 assists, which is absolutely staggering. He's on,
he's on course to beat the record of Henry, isn't he, for 2020?
Potentially. I mean, I think he just needs another couple of assists anyway, and to Henry's record for the
That's nuts. That's unbelievably nuts. I'm still baffled, right, lads? I understand that Thierry Henry was a fantastic footballer within the Premier League. I really, really do. But his numbers have been surpassed by so many. How is he still considered the best, according to some people? And the only people that consider him the best are Arsenal fans and other people that have played with him in the same era.
He was good though, Kev.
Brilliant. Yeah, outstanding. Outstanding. But what, like, if your numbers are so if a style, so is he the best stylistically or is he the best statistically?
Yeah, but for me and probably a lot of people out there, it's not just all about numbers. It's about the eye test. It's about when we all watch football.
I get that. He passes the eye test. He's the best in the eye test.
Like Henry, you can't say he wasn't majestic because he glided through the air. He won. Obviously, he was so instrumental, not just for obviously Arsenal at the time, but when he went to Barcelona, and obviously for the French national side as well at a young age, winning a World Cup and everything. So, like,
I don't care about France. I don't care about the World Cup. He plays in the Premier League. So for me, it's for me their international stuff doesn't matter to me in the Premier League.
It still counts.
No, it doesn't.
What you do on the world
stage. It counts against the Ballon d'Or, and it counts against what he does internationally. For me, it doesn't count when it comes to domestic football. You are what you are in the league, and you got your record in the league, because you can't kind of take that across all the leagues. Then can you use what he did in Barcelona against him? Can you use what he did in the other leagues against it? You see, that's what I'm saying. It's just
but you build up a profile of a player and an individual player as well.
Great player, fantastic, one of the best of all time.
Kev's on the wind up by the sound.
I'm not on the wind up. I'm just saying. There's players that have surpassed him.
Yeah, it's chat. I'll let you decide.
Just not stylistically. He's fantastic stylistically.
Yeah, big up there, chat. Is League One? You think? Long way to go, mate. There's a long way to go, bud. I'm hoping. Yeah, I think if we win a couple of games, bud, and
it's 11 games, isn't it?
11 games to go. Big up there, Rio. Big up there, chat.
We could go 14 points clear by Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that'll be a game in hand because Arsenal will have played Forest. Arsenal's game in hand is the same weekend we play Newcastle in the final, which will be Manchester United.
Yeah.
And they'll have to bypass that. which hasn't been hard for most teams because of how crap United have been since 2013. But still,
pick up there. The Cop Council. He's actually started to watch my content. All right, Con. What do you mean in bed? Connor, do you want to join the live? That I was going to say. Saying he's probably in his Liverpool pajamas. Connor, how are we, lads? And chat. If you are watching on TikTok, head over to the YouTube as well. Obviously, we do stream. I've streamed on YouTube for about 7-8 years. 7-8 years. Yeah, there we go. I'm still getting used to this malarkey on TikTok. Well, chat, if you haven't already done so, do drop a like, do drop a follow as well. Plenty of content on the TikTok as well. And chat, let us know your thoughts on the game. Like we spoke about the 2 goals, but it was just about winning tonight, Kev. In that regard, I think for all of us, really, in terms of stepping up on the big occasions and really just putting in a performance and being proud of these players as well, mate. Because like Liverpool means just so much to absolutely everyone around the world, mate, don't it? Like it's our church, really, for a lot of us. Puts us in our good moods and bad moods as well. But Liverpool's always there to cheer us up, even in the good moments and the bad as well. In terms of supporting Liverpool, you win, lose or draw, we get behind the Liverpool team. But yeah,
I wear my church symbols over my shoulder, Jack.
Yeah, there we go.
One is there. You can see it on the TikTok.
Oh yeah.
See, one is there.
There we go.
And the other one's over there.
Oh, there you go.
Got my 2 gods. There you go. That's all you need, lads. That's what keeps you happy in life.
Yeah, there we go, chat. Keep on getting your comments in as well. Yeah, so we spoke about 2 goals. Individual performances, I think the lads at the back, Alisson.
Ibu was ridiculously good today.
Yeah, Ibu. Like, I think it was that, like, quickly touching on Ali, I think he had 1 or 2, like, maybe the big one save, and the thing was the second half, where Marmouche broke into the penalty area down the left-hand side.
Straight after the disallowed goal.
Yeah, he reacted really good. But I think the lads at the back, there's one thing everyone, and of course Salah and the lads up front get applauded most weeks, but this is what we've been crying out for a very long time, especially this season. We want to be seeing that gradual improvements in terms of keeping a lot more clean sheets, really. So it's you want to speak about Ibu and obviously the partnership?
And Ibu was great. Ibu and Verge were great. I think one of the commentators made a comment as well of Verge just walking. Verge was just walking back. He didn't need to do much of anything. He was just walking, just going, oh, let's go over there, do whatever. You know, it's just Liverpool just seemed to have City's number today.
Yeah,
you know, and City played well. I'm not saying that they played poorly or anything like that. Like they tried to control the game well. They just couldn't break us down. And I'm delighted to see that Liverpool are capable of being able to defend when we needed to defend.
Yeah.
Because we can't have we've had one of our biggest problems in the last few years is having this weird ego that we couldn't get surpassed at points and not closing up gaps when we needed to, and that was just thrown out of the water today. You know, it was nuts.
100%, mate. Chat, we're obviously in the YouTube comments. Do apologise, chat. Damo, everyone's smashing it. Much appreciated. I'd like to corner taken quickly. Damo, yeah, I mentioned that on the watch along, didn't I? A quick corner taken quickly. A historic corner, hopefully for Liverpool, come at the end of May. The Prem, yeah, there we go. Steve, big up there, mate. Villa probably finishing 4th by the way they are playing as well. It's going to be mad. Yeah, it's going to be a mad season, Steve. And this is where it's probably going to benefit Liverpool, really, isn't it, Kevin? And chat in that regard of you see the teams in like 3rd to like 6th and 7th. That's what you want, and that's what the Premier League wants and demands, really. There's so much quality across the board in the Premier League. Yeah, the standard level, and it's going to get even more difficult for a lot more other teams. You look at a team like we haven't even mentioned tonight, Brentford. They're such a well-run club as well. Brighton, and they've not had the best of seasons, Brighton this season, but they've rejected.
They're getting back into form now, though.
Yeah, they'll be back eventually. Start winning a lot more games as well. PSG. We'll quickly go back to that one. There those on. Nice one for your comment, mate. I've started that anyway. But big up there, JU. Those teams like Bournemouth because the traditional 6 are doing.
No, they're going to be smelling things. This guy's an idiot. This is the same fella that put the comment earlier. Juju, you're just an idiot, man. An absolute idiot. The stuff you're saying makes no sense. It's just grasping at angles to make yourself feel better. But the
Big up
truth is completely far from that.
my mate, absolute legend, Jay.
Jay,
And
yeah.
Jay, absolutely legend, mate. I
Oh, yeah.
know. I hope you had a smile on your face, and I should have really messaged you straight after the show anyway, mate.
Thanks for
Jay,
yesterday, Jay.
yeah, you're an absolute legend, mate. And I know not just Liverpool fans, mate, but especially your lads have very much needed that result. Obviously, Graham Potter not had the best. Well, he's had a decentish start, really, but I think Jared that'd give your lads the world of good. And I know Jared Bowen off the back of the post match. If he didn't, there's no one seeing Jared Bowen's social media account after the game. He's yeah, it was just more or less just basically saying stay humble, really, as well. So yeah, nice one, Jay. And to any hammers out there, enjoy the rest of the season, and we'll see you very soon. Anyway, but Jay, look after yourself, mate, and thank you for tuning in. But Gakpo, Isaac Salah, well, we need more than that, Jav. Tell you, we'll take Gakpo and obviously Isaac as well. But Henry in finals wasn't great though. True. Remembering correctly, it was terrible. Champions League final versus in the FA Cup finals as well. Didier Drogba was the master of finals, really, in his Chelsea career. Big time player, really. Ozan's agreeing with you there, Kev. Arsenal tears in North London. Big up there. Big up there, Abdul. Big up and bless up, Jack. Big up to you, mate. Massive thank you, mates, for tuning in. How are you? Not too bad, mate. Most importantly, hope you're well, mate. And yeah, looking after yourself, and you did enjoy the result, mate. I know you would have, and know a lot of Reds out there as well, and even non-Liverpool fans as well. Especially if you got a couple of Arsenal mates. They've been very, very loud this season, haven't they? Not signing Bowen. Yeah, Jay, if he was a bit younger, I think if Bowen was like, say, 24, 25, I think we would have been all over him. But what's Bowen now, 29, 28 or whatever he is?
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years ago, mate. But still, he's won you a European trophy, and that'll go down in his history. He's won a big European trophy, so well done for you as well. Abdul, Liverpool Premier League fixtures, Newcastle,
Sunderland.
No, Sunderland down. So I was going to say Sunderland down in the Premier League, but maybe next season. Obviously they're flying in the league.
Southampton, he meant. That's what he means.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but even before that, so we've got, if he's going to EPL fixtures, but I know we've Newcastle, then PSG, then Southampton, and then PSG again, and then Newcastle. So that's the entire month of what's left of February, but that's the entire month of March. We've only got one league game in March. That's it, and that's Southampton. The rest is just the 2 Champions League games and the cup final, and then we've nothing from after we play Newcastle in the cup final on the 16th of March, right up until the 2nd of April, which is Everton away, Everton at home, I should say. So yeah, that's nuts. The fact that we've only got one league game in this whole month coming up.
No, we've got is it 7 home games or something mad? Obviously, we
got 4 in a row, yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
I think one of them is obviously the EFL Cup in it. We're playing at Wembley in the red kit anyway. So obviously it's Liverpool, Newcastle. It's red versus black and white.
Oh, I think it's the it's the Southampton, the PSG game, the Everton game, and then there's one more after. I don't even think it includes the Newcastle game. So, yeah,
definitely want Arsenal to give us a guard of honour. We will be there, chat. We will be there. Yeah. We will be there.
I'll be at that game, and lads, I'm convinced we'll get it at Chelsea. I think we can win the league at Spurs, beating Spurs.
One game.
I'm just when you're saying it because I'm looking at the numbers now. I'm looking at the fact that Arsenal don't have strikers, right? And I'm looking at what games and I kind of agree with Paul Morrison what he said yesterday. That Arsenal might only be capable of winning half their games because of and they'll draw a lot. They could end up finishing third, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. That it'd be a massive capitulation, but I actually do. And if it starts going down that road where it does, and they've got tough games. They got Forest this week. They've got Manchester. Well, they've got Are they still in the FA Cup? They'll be playing this weekend if they're in the FA Cup. Yeah, so they'll be playing the FA Cup, and then they'll be playing. Then you have the Champions League games coming up, and whatnot, and then then they'll be hitting United for their game in hand, and. When you think of it, by the time we get to Spurs, we could actually have the league wrapped up, because even if we go 14 clear, let's say they don't get a result against Forest, and we go to the maximum of 14 clear or maybe 13 clear, and they have that game in hand and they pull it back, it could be 10 points. All we need to do is to get to the last 4 games of the season, 12 points clear, and you have the league won. So that could happen at Spurs at home. And, I'm not saying that I'm just saying that's the quickest possible in my eyes that we could win it. But it all depends really on how Arsenal do. It really comes down to them being able to score goals.
Yeah. So Connor's enjoying it. He's saying he's drinking Arsenal tears from his Liverpool mug. There you go, lads. Get your hot water bottle as well, lads. Big up there, Ibby. It looks like you're an Arsenal fan, bud. Unlucky there, mate. Fair play. There's a lot of sound Arsenal fans out there that are very well knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Because I had
just a lot of terrible ones too, though.
Probably similar with our fan base as well. Well done, guys. He's saying winning the league. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm gone, but I'm over it and out anyway. Big up there, Ibby. The main thing is this season, bud. Arsenal, for some mad reason, I don't understand why Arteta didn't go out and get a striker. He's bid for Watkins, but I find that absolutely baffling, really, to say the least, that you didn't get that signing over the line. Big up there, Steve. Never walk alone, bud. He's saying Bradley. Let's hope Bradley is back soon. Trent can defend, Steve, but we know he did put in a couple of tackles. But I get everyone would have been, especially rival fans. But at the end of the day, Trent kept a clean sheet. Like he did. So he done his job. The lads at the back, they done the job. That's his job. Liverpool top the league. Let's hope. Is that Mo? Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead, Mo. Get to bed, lads. You've had a busy season.
You know my thoughts on Trent Annier for this season. I think he's been awful at right back.
I think anyway.
He's a great attacking right back, but he's off to Real Madrid. His mind is elsewhere. So I don't care about Trent. I just want Salah and Verge to sign their contracts, and then I want a good replacement coming in where we can actually have a bombing right back that will actually still will get back up to running up the wings and help Salah out a bit going forward. The Salah helps out him at the back, but he doesn't get forward enough for me. He gets right up behind Salah, but he doesn't get beyond him, and he needs to start doing that. Whereas Robertson does get beyond Diaz or Gakpo on the other side. So
the main thing is going to be interesting in terms of how Liverpool do adapt our game. If we go to a bit more of the controller, either if Liverpool's emphasis from a build-up perspective over the last 5, 6, 7 years under Trent has always been down that right-hand side. Liverpool might shift to playing down the left-hand side of our defence. You never know. I bring in a centre-half that can play full-back, but very much tucks in a bit more deeper, and just allows either the foot, either full back on the left or the right to very much go inverted or whatever, how it goes really, because that's be very much a hallmark of Arne Slot in how his fullbacks go forward. The underlap really, it's not always the traditional overlapping; it's inverted runs as well.
But and Bradley's better at that though than Trent.
Yeah,
Bradley makes a lot of underlapping runs than Salah. So Bradley for me probably is even better than Robertson. He makes brilliant underlapping runs inside of Salah and up that gap. It's kind of like back in the day with when you see City's underlapping runners from the wing backs. I know we've changed the inverted fullback in recent seasons, and Trent has kind of thrived there at some seasons, but lately he's just kind of drifting into that one zone and then playing the long ball and then not getting back quick enough. My biggest thing about Trent is his attitude stinks lately, where in the last 6 months where he just walks back and doesn't run back and doesn't, and just leaves Ibu in complete dire straits half the time. And from a home raised Scouser that's meant to love the team, your confusion to the fan base and your confusion to your dishonesty of not coming out and actually being honest with the fan base by saying, at least Salah says I want to sign a contract, Forge says I want to sign a contract, but Trent has never said anything once. So which only tells the fan base, I haven't decided yet what I'm doing, but I really want to go to Real Madrid, but I want to see what way we leave it. And I think that Verge and Salah both signed contracts, and the only reason that they haven't been announced yet is because they want to protect Trent until the end of the season so that he doesn't get an onslaught of abuse from fans.
That's what Fowler said months ago, wasn't it? Yeah. He'll probably have he'll have an inside scoop, maybe, possibly, but yeah, It makes sense, mate. We don't want to look what happened last season with Jurgen Klopp announcing and the whole season collapsed, mate.
Yeah, why did they do that?
The players are going to be human. Like if you, I suppose it's difficult. I get why they had to announce it because there was no way that was going to be kept behind closed doors. It's like in any business. If a potential manager comes in and it's going to eventually leak through, really. But let's get to a couple of comments as well, as many as we possibly can. Big up there, Jay, as well, your legend. Get to the TikTok comments as well. Everyone do drop a follow as well, and do drop a like.
That's the going off logic and precision mathematics, just like an MMA coach.
Yeah, there we go. Big up, yes. Is he prone? Possibly Ozan. It's difficult with Conor Bradley. I think the sheer demands on him, demands of Liverpool players. I think the main thing for every Liverpool player going to next season is bringing in quality that we are able. And we're not saying when everyone goes, our Liverpool fans want 5, 6, 10 players. It's no, we don't. We want just maybe 2 or 3, one in, one out in certain positions. And we want sensible. It doesn't matter, as me and Kev spoke about last night on the show, is when it's the main thing is they come in and they're good enough really to and meet the standards of what we need coming into the team, and they drive on this Liverpool team. Big up quickly.
Bradley's growing though, so he's going to have these injuries where he's growing a lot. So every time he stretches he grows a muscle more because it's not doing it naturally, and because he's building it as it's growing, it can get little tears and strains, and he can be just out for a couple of weeks. This happens to young players.
Yeah. He's big up there, Darren. Hello, best wishes from Thailand, Jack, and the channel. We do it ourselves, and we done it for you ourselves and you. Big up there, Darren. Hope you're well, mate. And what a performance your lads put in at the weekend, mate. And as you said, it was just not just for Liverpool, but it wasn't just for you. It was for the rest of the Premier League as well. Because I know, Darren, you have a lot of Arsenal mates up and down anyway around the world. So yeah, it's there. But there's a lot of humble Arsenal fans out there, and even still, Liverpool. We've been through the mill over the last couple of seasons with Jurgen Klopp and all that. But it's just good to see a new team, fresh, winning. Change into the Bundesliga, as Kev says, the Farmers League or the Bundesliga.
That's what it was. So. The English Premier League would have been a Farmers League if it wasn't for Liverpool. It's that simple.
Yeah, it just got boring. Even when Man United win trophies as well. But big up there, Jav met Patrick Berger in 1999. Big up there, lads. What a player he was for Liverpool. Gary, how are we, lads? One did call it Slaughter win it all in his first go. Summer signing. I gotta say, Gary, you were very close. We are slightly out of the air. We are out of the obviously the FA Cup, sadly, but it's good to actually have a rest between now and again on some of the games, really. Yes, let us know if you need to shoot, Kev. But let's get to a couple of comments on TikTok as well. Thoughts Arsenal ain't finishing in it. Wow, big comment from there, Paolo. There, fair enough, bud. It's going to be interesting. Paolo.
What he said?
TikTok, Arsenal finishing top 4 in his opinion, which would be a bit mad.
I'm actually starting to agree with him because I just think that they can't score goals.
No, big up there, Peter. Yeah, big up there, Peter. I know, mate. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but everyone's welcome on the channel. And obviously, he doesn't really quite rate Trent. I understand where people do analyze Trent's game, really.
He's a very stylistic player, Jack. He can only do good things going forward. He rarely does good things going back. And that's where if you're not consistent with the right back position, you're not a good right back. It's just the way it is. And if we're just sticking him in there because he can kind of do the job, fair enough. I mean, but we have to kind of admit we can't turn around and just say he was the best in the world at one point when it suited that perfect style of Klopp, when it was like our attacking bombing fullbacks, and that's when it suited him perfectly. We don't play like that anymore. So ever since then, he's been wide open, for criticism and for pretty much his numbers have been pretty poor in comparison to other right backs in his similar position. I still think that when Henderson left the club, that he should have moved up into that position and took on Szoboszlai for that right-hand side midfield role where he could have had that freedom. And because of his knowledge learned at right back, he could have helped protect whoever was going in there at right back then. But, we never did that. And I don't know why. And I don't know why he hasn't pushed Slot to say, can you move me up into midfield a bit more? Can I play a bit more midfield? It'll take a learning curve, but in a team like Liverpool, we don't have time to learn or to teach a player anymore especially because he's Scouse. He has to suit the system now. So yeah.
It's big up there, chat. I'm new to TikTok, so I do apologize if people have been sent and stuff. I think people might
I'm
have.
the same.
I
I
don't, I
miss
don't
I
know.
miss them all the time, lads. I'm sorry. I get like
I do
different hearts and different bracelets and different things, and I'm like, lads, one of those, but thank you. It could be 20 minutes later before I notice.
Yeah, so if anyone sent them tonight, first time properly doing a live. So I think Pizza has been gifted the #1 gifter badge. Nice one there, Pizza. I do appreciate you.
Alpha Kenny, an inactive United fan, is it?
Doku was on his own on so many
Excuse me.
times. What was that? You got
Coffin.
no Alpha United fan.
Oh, it's inactive. I can see somebody who's gifted up the top, the 1, 2, 3 here on my screen. So
Oh, I don't know.
I yeah,
That might be towards your stream. I don't know. New to all this chat. Do apologize.
it says coins. Yeah, the top 3 are Pizza Man, Alpha Kenny Boy, and inactive United fan 20.
Big up there, chat. Massive thank you. Big up there, Steve. He's saying Arsenal had a 14 unbeaten before West Ham game. Yeah, Steve, he did. They played well this season. Arsenal been good. It's just mad that Arteta is so reliant on set pieces. Arsenal are very much stagnated. They've gone
But
back.
the only difference is they can't win more than 3 games in a row.
Yeah, it's
So the whole even that stat is very good. We're unbeaten in 14, but they can't put together more than 3 wins in a row at times.
We're unbeaten in was it 20 odd games?
20 odd games. Yeah. So
it's crazy, mate. But yeah, they've been good, Steve. But Arsenal, but again, they're a young side. They just, I think a lot of us grew up and we all did watching that Arsenal side under Wenger. Especially in the early years, winning three Premier Leagues. They had leaders in their team: Tony Adams, the Perez's, the Vieiras, the Bergkamps. The list is absolutely endless. Even Kanu as well. Like there were so many great players in that team. But like even if you took one of those players out, Kev or Chas, and plunked them into the Arsenal side, I think they'll be a much better side. Would you imagine if you put Vieira in this Arsenal side now? They'd have such a great but they just haven't got enough leaders for me. You need more from Saliba and Gabriel. Don't get me wrong, they've been good this season ish. But like you look at Van Dijk, the stature of Van Dijk, Kev, he leads by example on and off the pitch. He is catapulted Liverpool to the stratosphere alongside the likes of Alisson, Salah as well. But you need leaders. We've got the Hungary captain, we've got the Scottish captain, we've got the England vice captain Trent. He has been captain as well for his national side. So many Van Dijk and so many lists is endless. Egypt captain Salah, so Gakpo as well. Yeah, there's so many captains in the team as well, chat. So you do need that, Kev. But yes, quickly last a couple of comments there as well. Would you sell? I wouldn't, Gary, but I do feel he might be gone.
I don't. I think this is a developing season for him because, the key is we bought him for 10 million, lads. The dude was £130 million player 2 seasons ago, and we bought him for 10 million. We can take a risk in building him up for 1 season, then the next season kind of letting him loose a bit more. Like once Diaz moves on, or which I can see happening. I can see Diaz be moved on to Barcelona or a place like they're mad after a left back at the moment or left winger at the moment to back up. But yeah, I can only see him being moved. I can only see him coming in and doing better. Gakpo is come on leaps and bounds this season, but he's also not a fella that takes on as a winger. So I can see us in the market next season for somebody who will really take on as a running winger next season. Chiesa will be there as a backup. Maybe he can. I think it'll be somebody younger in the league rather than somebody more accomplished. I think we'll go for somebody that's going to give challenge to Gakpo but run to the byline better, because our that's Liverpool. The one thing our wingers are incapable of doing at the moment, which is running to a byline.
Yeah, Liverpool. There's a lot of yous that grew up watching Rushy. There's a lot of yous watching Barnes. But mainly the strikers really. Like this is where Isaac or elite level. If it's Acuna, he'll do really well. Liverpool, I think he will.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He'll do really well. But whatever profile of player it is, but I think Liverpool's still crying out for a natural number 9. Jota, when he's fit and when he's playing well. But you're not getting a whole season out of Jota. And I think that's what we all know. And I think Jota himself knows that. Chat, we've got 5 minutes on TikTok left. I'm guessing you can't stream for more than an hour, which is a bit of a...
I can stream away for an hour. No. I can stream for a whole stream. Is that what it's telling you?
Yeah, I don't know why, but so anyone watching on TikTok, there's still 4 of you in anyway. Head over to the YouTube. We'll still be live for a couple more, good 20 minutes later anyway. But massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in tonight. Much appreciated, everyone. And anyone that's sent over like gifts or super chats or whatever you call them, much appreciated, everyone. Quickly wrap through any comments that I've missed. I used to like Arsenal's from Pizza. The current team seems very arrogant. The team that haven't won it. The Pizza, the mad thing was.
I agree with him.
The way they celebrated against City. Look at the way this Liverpool side celebrated against like City.
They do that. They do that when they make a tackle.
Yeah,
they do chest bumps. It's like watching American football, lads.
Yeah.
Jack knows might take an American football. Sorry, I'm going to cut Jack off for a second. Jack knows might take an American football and how stupid of a sport it is. It's 4 hours long. The ball only stays in play for a maximum of 11 minutes total, max, right? And the majority of the times they just go down chest bumping while they've got pads on. The Arsenal team is pretty much, I cleared the ball. There was no danger whatsoever in the box, but I cleared the ball, and there's Gabriel, and he's dancing and doing all of this. Saliba, I think, sometimes just looks at him and kind of goes, I'll just put up with him because I play with him. You know?
Yeah, they're the levels, like, and this is where City play.
Arteta mentality.
Like, they just look at that Arsenal time and just like, you do that, you win against, it was a big result against City, but then you get beat by West Ham and you put in that performance. Don't wrong, Liverpool lost to Forest, and we fully deserve to lose against Forest at home in Anfield.
But we were the warning sign for everybody else for Forest, Jack. Yeah. Nobody knew how good Forest was at that stage.
That's how they played us.
And we didn't give them enough respect, and then they played us, and then everybody started taking a look at them, and that was it.
Yeah, don't forget Wataru Endo. What a player he was, especially him coming on today. I'll tell you, him and the other lads that did come on, very big performance on them. Yeah, so chat. Quickly wrap through all these last ones, and there's Rioch. Hopefully, you've said that right, mates. 8 more wins, big up there. Gordon or Doku for left wing, both very good left wingers, bud. Gordon has gone up a level really since leaving Everton. I think he's done really well this season, and especially if they get Champions League. I think did he sign a new contract? But if I'm picking one, I'd say Gordon for me. Doku's a good player.
He's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I think Doku needs a bit more end product, but even still, Doku's a very young lad.
My ideal raid of Newcastle would be to take Nunes and to take Jota, because Newcastle were interested in Nunes because Isak had a couple of injury issues a couple of seasons ago, and they were really interested in Jota, I should say, for coming over to. I think there was talk about 70 million or something, but Liverpool didn't want to look at it. So there's a deal to be done there where Nunes and Jota can go one way, which will help them, with their frontline issues. Because I think Nunes would thrive at a club like Newcastle more so than Liverpool. Yeah. And then the other way, you could put 50, 60 million on top of that and take Gordon and Isak off their hands. So, because, Liverpool do rate Nunes at 80 million in a trade-in value. So, and probably 50 million on Jota. So, you're talking, that's 130. That pays for Isak. And then you just pay for Anthony Gordon.
Yeah. Jav's even headed over to the TikTok. Nice one, lad. Following us on both. Happy days. Jav, I hope you're not using a Lecky bill where you've got your telly on watching us and then you got your phone up. That is dedication. Much appreciated, mate. But yeah, chat, we will be concluding on the live tonight on the TikTok. We'll try and do a lot more lives. But big up to everyone that has supported the TikTok as well. On my side anyway, much appreciated, and big up to everyone that's supporting Kev on all the socials. But if you are watching on TikTok still, head over to the YouTube. We'll still be live for a couple of more minutes anyway. Yes, obviously Anfield Road TV on all social medias as well. As football said, the league is over. It's pointless. It's never pointless, mate. Just enjoy it. Enjoy every second of watching this Liverpool side, especially the Reds that all of us that witnessed the year or months under Roy Hodgson. Just go back to those years. That was a difficult time to support the Reds. But what did we do? We still got behind the club as well, but certainly not Roy Hodgson at that time because he was awful. Drum and bass fan. Big up there, Jav. Go ahead, lads. Big up there, love. Chat, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop us a follow on TikTok. But massive thank you, as I said. Kev, shout out everyone to
lads, if you're those of you that are on TikTok, you'll find me at Spider LFC or just Spider. You'll find me everywhere over there. I'm live for every game that I'm not over for. on TikTok and YouTube and all that. Football wise, it's Spider LFC. Gaming wise, it's Spider or Irish Spider Guys. Oh, Irish Spider Guy. There's only one of me. I told the other lads to shut up. But yeah, you'll find me over there at any of them, and yeah, live pretty much all the time on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, over lads. Have you got another stream?
Yeah, inside my mind. Yeah, inside my head. Because I said Irish Spider Guys. Just breathing out at the same time. Yeah, sorry, lads. This cold is killing me.
There we go. Right, we'll go with that. But chat, we'll see how. But chat, we will see you very soon on another watch along. Much appreciated. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in anyway. That's not too mad. That's mad. Mad statistics. It's that Kate. Big up there, Russia. Good singer, you lot. But yeah, chat. We'll see you very soon. Much appreciated. Thank you for everyone that does follow on TikTok, and be plenty more content coming out this season. Plenty of it. We'll do a lot more live streams, hopefully. But if you are still watching on TikTok, head over to the YouTube Anfield Road TV. Closing in on 10,000 subscribers over there. So much appreciated. And yeah, chat. Have a lovely rest of your night. We'll be live again tomorrow. But Jav, head back over to the YouTube, mate. Anyway, and everyone, have a lovely rest of your night.
We're still here on YouTube.
And thank you for tuning in, everyone. If I can, I'll do it in this stream. There we go. See you later, everyone. There we go, chat. We still are live on YouTube. But yeah, I'm still not too bad.
It's handy on the TikTok with the phone, isn't it? I do have to get something to stand. I never use my phone on TikTok.
So, yeah.
No, it's always just set up the camera setup.
Oh, it's not too bad. That tells you the longest viewers were and everything.
It tells you everything. Yeah, TikTok is very informative.
So YouTube, get your acts together, will you? There we go. Right, nice one, that anyone that tuned over there. See, we've got any many. Yeah, we've got 5 followers off there. Happy days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, chat. We'll get back to those on super chat, mate. 9 believers. There we go, mate. Massive thank you for the super chat, bud. As always, you're absolute legends. And let's see, I was on there. There we go, lad. Take care. All about this. My working day in Bangkok. Come on, you Irons. Big up there, Darren. Have a lovely rest of your day, mate. Anyway, and yeah, hopefully I'll speak to you very soon, mate. Obviously, we'll do plenty of build-up shows for the West Ham game when we do players. Anyway, but Kev, closing thoughts on tonight, mate, on the game, really. It's something that we might do. I think the midfield is the way the lads in midfield are playing. We spoke about it last night, mate, but the exceptional best midfield in European football, mate. Main thing is we keep them fit, innit?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Gravenberch was outstanding as well today. He kind of went a bit on the notice compared to Szoboszlai, but yeah, Szoboszlai works so hard, man, all game. Doesn't stop running. Maka runs his socks off every single game as well. Gravenberch is, he just helps out the defense so much, and he's able to do so because the lads are able to cover off in front of him. It's just the ability of all 3 players to be able to play kind of a rotational number 6 role to help each other out. With those anchor number 6 roles, these anchor pivot roles it's phenomenal. Szoboszlai was just great going forward and on defense. That's why he gave him man of the match. Ibu, brilliant. Verge didn't even break a sweat all day, to be honest with you. Robbo worked really, really hard, even though Rob was 150 kilometers an hour. That's what he's everything he does. Yeah, even when he's crossing the ball. There was a cross that he made today that should have been just an easy dink, but he just went, and he just hammered it across goal. And I was just like, where's that going to, Robbo? And he was just like, oh, sorry, that's, just got away from me there. I call Robbo the head the ball, is what I call him, because he's the first person that it doesn't matter where the ball is, he'll just head it, yeah, he'll just go for broke. But he's, he's outstanding at what he does.
It's got to keep at it, mate. Chat.
Yeah.
I think that will call a conclusion tonight, mate. And massive thank you, Kev, for joining me as always. And chat, most importantly, massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in tonight. You're absolute legends. We should be live. We're going to be hopefully doing a lot more later lives, really, in the evening. Obviously, we'll be doing a lot of work at Anfield Index, which I'm loving. Great opportunity as always. But yeah, obviously the later lives will be later in the evening, really. Just trying to get the right balance, which is all well and good. But yeah, it's Kev and Reds were absolutely flying. And yeah, massive thank you for everyone that keeps on heading over to Anfield Index as well, giving the support to all the lads and ladies over there, and obviously the Kev streams as well. And yeah, not too bad. Kev, what are you looking at there, lads? Are you still?
I'm looking at what you've rolled up above in your on your TikTok here. It says 19 times, 6 times, 8 times, 3 times.
Oh,
and I'm just saying that's going to be great when that changes to 20 and 7 this season, isn't it? And then and that changes to 11, and that's going to be brilliant. Like, you know,
we'll be updated.
It's just a trophy contest. Trophy contest.
Put that on yours as well. Be proud of what we've won.
Yeah,
we love it. But yeah, massive thank you, Ozan, for the super chat as well. Ozan's making the big questions there.
I'm sick as a dog, but I'm gigging this Thursday. So I fly over to Liverpool on Wednesday morning, and then I go to the game Wednesday night, and then I fly back at 7 o'clock on the Thursday morning, and then I have a gig that night at midnight. Yeah. You know, so it's a bit of a stretch between both things, but we're playing the Crane Lane, and it's the start of our season kind of coming back in again, because we don't do much in January or February at all, and we like it that way, because we get time off, we get to spend it with our families and stuff like that. But then from here on in, you know, it's just tour. So
there we go, so there you go, Ozan. We'll have to organise something. Obviously, it was such a big fan base, and from the Irish Reds, really, certainly. I'd love to maybe as we go a bit bigger on my channel, and even do a bit on Anfield Index as well. Obviously, the global Liverpool fan bases. So maybe to organise like a meetup or something in the future. Anyway, we'll have to do something really. It'd be good to meet you and get out and about as well. So maybe have to organise something, but we'll cross that bridge.
It's easy to organise. Depends where you want to do it, Jack. If you want to do one in Liverpool, you can organise it that end. If you want to do one in Ireland, and you come over for that one, I have a hotel here in the town that will just fill up the rooms for us, no hassle. And we can give us out a conference centre as well to use, no hassle. So, which is a great place. And there's a bar underground. It's like a cellar pub, and they would open the whole lot of that for us. That's actually where I was going to shoot the Kitman shows, but then it shut down to get redeveloped.
Just have a good old natter, get a microphone in the crowd as well, and just everyone's having a good time.
I have a full camera crew over here for that. My buddies that do our music videos, they'll come in with all different microphone setups and 3 or 4 different cameras and motion cameras as well and stuff. They're brilliant.
There you go. So hopefully I'll try and plan that, because obviously with Connor, there's so many YouTubers out there that could possibly maybe do like everyone meeting up really, and just
exactly
saying hello to everyone really, because they're all one big family, especially after the back of this season. But chat. Oh, what's Ozan? There we go. Yeah, Kev does a lot of gigging, if you didn't know. But chat, it's been a pleasure, Kev. When are you next live?
I am not live now until, well, besides just doing shows, I'll do a couple of lives. I'm going back to gaming this week fully, as well, you know, near the end of this week. But I'm going to be doing music lives now as well, going forward with the band. So there's a lot of that coming up, and to look for us as a band, we're called the Hush, or the Blackwater Hush. You'll find us that way. The Hush Band Ireland. You'll find us there. So we're going to be doing a few lives for that, and the next time I'm live though for the football and the watch-alongs will be Wednesday week for the PSG game, because I'm over for Newcastle on Wednesday. Yeah.
So the PSG, that's going to come on very quickly, isn't it? The PSG game.
It's Wednesday week. It's the only game. We have a full week off from Newcastle until PSG.
Oh, sounds.
So because it's the FA Cup weekend next weekend. You see.
Oh yeah, sounds.
Yeah, that's why we don't have the extra league game or anything like that. We have a whole weekend off.
So it'd be so handy then, innit?
Yeah. So then we've PSG, and then straight into Southampton on the Saturday of the weekend afterwards, and then back to PSG again on the Tuesday, or I forget it's Tuesday. I'm hoping it's the Tuesday, which gives us 4-day break to Newcastle for the cup final on the 16th.
Yeah.
And then from Newcastle until Everton, which is the 16th of March until the 2nd of May or 2nd of April, we've no games, nothing. There's other teams are playing 2 or 3 league games.
Not too bad. They're all coming thick and fast. how we like it, really. All the big games being the big prizes. Chat, if you are still tuning in, still 15 of you's in. You're all signed up at the end of the show.
They've
Welcome.
all moved off from TikTok away, lad.
Yeah, massive thank you. Hit that subscribe button down below as well, everyone. You absolute legends. And yeah, massive thank you for everyone tuning in. Kev, thank you for bearing with me for an hour and 15. And everyone in the comments as well. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. There's plenty of live watch alongs. As we said, the live streams will be a lot later in the night anyway. But yeah, it's always a pleasure, especially off the back of the 3 points. The biggest 3 points of the season, as we said at the top of the show, for Liverpool this year. I think to go to the home of the champions, yeah, I'm doing them in their own backyard. It's special. It doesn't matter how poor they've been this year. It's still always a great win when, regardless if you beat this Manchester City side, or regardless of the form they're in. But chat, have a lovely rest of your day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. And yeah, thank you as always for tuning in. Kev, as always, thank you both for popping on. But chat, we'll speak to you tomorrow evening, a bit later on in the night anyway. And if we don't see you then, have a lovely rest of your day tomorrow. And you'll never walk alone. It's ta-ra.